Welcome to Morten's Corner. In this video we're talking about the definition for authenticating the different methods for the shared content for the end users. So the scope of today is regarding authentication and why it's important to identify the users and why it's cool to have multiple authentication methods. So it's really nice for you to be able to see who uses your content, where they're coming from, how they're authenticating, and the more methods you give them in order to authenticate, the easier it is for you to be able to track them and see what they do and how they utilize it, and kind of know like how you can improve your application or how you can improve your content based on the use patterns and maybe what's missing or how you can change things around. So yeah, definitely by having multiple authentication methods, it's gonna help you with that part. In Attain, by the Content Cloud Access, when set to private, you can define different rule sets. Currently, by default, it's just set to use your organization's domain. In my case, it's mne.net. But of course, you can go ahead and add additional access rules here, such as an IP range or specific email addresses or a certain domain, etc. This session will be about the sign-in providers. The different sign-in providers could be Facebook, Google, LinkedIn, Office 365, for example. So what you'll see when you try to sign in is that you'll have different providers listed below the login screen, where you can select the different options that are available. And you can, of course, using Attain over here, you can define which ones you don't want. So let's go ahead and try to remove some of these. Let's go ahead and remove Facebook. You'll see Facebook is disabled here. And let's go ahead and remove LinkedIn as well. There we go. So these are now explicitly denied. Let's go ahead and click next. And now it's being the content is being reproduced, and in a minute we will have the ability to publish it, and that should then refresh the sign-in screen. There we are. Let's go ahead and publish that. And there we go. So let's go ahead and see how that looks now. So let me just refresh the screen here. There we go. So now you see the two of the sign-in methods are now gone. So that's kind of how you can control that. Another small thing to note is that in the Content Cloud definition, you can also set up specific rule sets, so that you can have certain rules set for different content deployment depending on which customer you're presenting to or which area of your organization you're setting the content to. You can do rule sets, or you can import rule sets from other projects if you have additional projects in your Click on Attain. So tips and tricks. What I would suggest is that you definitely remove the unwanted sign-in options, and you can, it's a good thing to just confirm that the different methods you apply, they actually work, and clarify to your end users or customers what plugins are available, and explain when they should use what plugin, for example, so that you don't accidentally leave, let's say, Facebook on there and someone is clicking it because it's available, and then it doesn't work, and then you are left to provide all the answers of that not working. So yeah, definitely make sure that you only have what you need to avoid any misunderstandings with the users themselves. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this Morten's Corner, and I hope you enjoyed the content. And if you have any questions, go ahead and contact me on support, and you have a wonderful day.